it's good to know that God has planned progress for your life. That God provides open doors and opportunities so that we can move forward in life. The reality, however, is that there's some things that sometimes cause us to land in an inner prison, and we are taken captive by various things. And maybe part of this talk today is to help you to discern when you've landed in an inner prison, so to speak, and of course what you can do to get out. And that's what this whole series about open doors and opportunities and progress with God has been about. So let's ask ourselves the question, what causes captivity and restrictions? And in my life experience, it is caused by many things, but specifically by bad and repeatedly bad or negative experiences and circumstances. Things like failure that just keeps on coming in your life. I've also found that trauma and shock can land you in a place where you just want to be within safe borders and you don't want to dare out and move forward. And of course then there's always the real ugly one, and that's willful sin and disobedience to God that finally shackles us and keeps us from moving forward. Also, I found that repeated unfulfilled expectation can eventually land me in a mindset where, well, will things ever get better? Will it ever work? Which one can understand? And lastly, I've seen that there's certain social patterns that can be inherited seemingly in our lives. That, you know, my mother did this, and my father did this, and our uncle before her, and my grandfather, and so it kind of gets passed down the generations and can become a social pattern that's inherited, but it's negative and it's keeping you in bondage. You may legitimately ask the question, well, what is the checklist to know whether I am in an inner prison or in captivity and I need open doors from God? Well, I would like to suggest the following. It's when there's a loss of vision in your life and you just can't see beyond tomorrow and you're not dreaming anymore. It's also, for me, indicated when people are consistently negative and pessimistic. There's never a better tomorrow, and accompanied by a heaviness of heart. And then, very obvious, when there's joy depletion in your life. There's just no joy. For me, those are all indicators of being in an inner prison. And last but not the least, is when you're stagnant. There's just no forward movement, no growth in your life, and you're not bringing life. May I appeal to you today, if you for any reason realize that, man, I've lost my life and vision, and I maybe really am inside of a prison in my heart, well, please just receive these simple words that God speaks, and He says, call on me and I will show you great and mighty things. And it's in this showing that God begins to give us the keys for our release, and by which He literally opens the prison doors by His revelation and by His word, so that you can once again live forward and not live in fear. And I trust that you will take this message and this invitation from God to heart. And over the next couple of postings, we will explore that more. But just hear these words. If you know that I'm a captive, I'm restricted at this point, that God says, call on me and I will answer you and show you what you need to break through and move forward. God bless you.